If you're reading books to grow your business, stop. You're going backwards and you don't even know it. I know because I did it for 3 years. I read 300 books. My results went backwards. My bank account kept shrinking. My confidence disappeared. Then my mentor showed me what I was doing wrong. And when I fixed it, I built an 8-figure business and made 7 figures a year for 18 years straight. Here's what nobody tells you about personal development and why you're still stuck. You're not learning, you're getting high. Listen, I need you to hear this. For 3 years, I read a book a week, sometimes 2. I was obsessed. And you know what happened? My life got worse. I was making less money than when I started. My relationships were falling apart. And I couldn't figure out why. Because in my mind, I was doing everything right. I was investing in myself. I was leveling up. But here's the truth. I was addicted to information. Here's the thing. Every time you read a new book, listen to a new podcast, buy a new course, you get a hit of dopamine. It feels like progress, but it's not progress. It's the illusion of progress. You feel productive without actually producing anything. In the self-help industry, they know this. That's why they keep selling you the next book, the next framework, the next secret. They're not selling you results. They're selling you a feeling. I was the customer they loved. I bought everything. I read everything. I implemented nothing. And my results proved it. But here's where it gets worse. The worst advice I ever followed. Read 1 new book every month. Everyone says this. All the thought leaders. All the podcasts. Successful people read a book a month. So I did for 3 years straight. And all it did was overload me with information and leave me with zero application. Because here's what they don't tell you. More information doesn't create clarity. It creates confusion. You read a book on productivity, then another one that contradicts it, then another system, then another framework. Now you're paralyzed because you don't know which one to follow. I call this book purgatory. You're consuming but never creating, learning but never earning. And the crazy part, you think the answer is in the next book. It's not. The answer is in stopping and actually doing something with what you already know. So what changed? How did I go from broke and confused to building an 8-figure business? My mentor taught me how to actually study a book, and it's the opposite of what you've been doing. His name was Bob Proctor, and he told me something I'll never forget. Stop reading new books, start studying old ones. He taught me to take one paragraph, one idea, and study it 5 times a day until it became part of my identity. Not skim it, not highlight it, not add it to my notes app, study it, absorb it, become it. So I picked one book, one chapter, one paragraph, and for 30 days, I didn't read anything new. I just studied that one idea over and over until I could teach it, until I could live it. And that's when everything shifted. My income started going up. My relationships improved. My confidence came back, not because I learned something new, because I finally applied something I already knew. See, the difference between people who read 500 books and stay broke and people who read 5 books and build empires? Depth. You don't need more books. You need to go deeper on the ones you've already read. But how do you know which ideas to actually study? Because most of what's out there is noise. I can tell you if a book is worth your time in 10 pages. Here's my filter now. 1. Does this make me think differently about something I already know? 2. Can I act on this in the next 24 hours? If the answer is no to both, I'm out. Most books could have been a blog post. The rest is filler. The books that changed my life, Think and Grow Rich, The Science of Getting Rich, Psycho-Cybernetics, not because they gave me 300 tactics, because they changed how I saw myself. And here's what I realized. You don't need new information, you need transformation. You need ideas that shift your identity, not just your to-do list. And that leads me to the one rule that makes all of this work. This rule is how I made 7 figures a year for 18 years. Here it is. Never consume without creating. Every book, every podcast, every video, it has to lead to one of 3 things: action, teaching, or building something. If you can't do one of those 3 things with what you just learned, it was entertainment, not education. This is how I built an 8-figure business. This is how I've helped thousands and thousands of people around the world, not by reading more, by creating more. You know what separates you from the people making the money you want to make? They stopped consuming and they started creating. They don't read to learn, they read to apply. And that's the shift that changes everything. So I'm curious, what's one book that actually changed your results? Not just made you feel good for a weekend. The book that actually moved the needle. Drop it in the comments. Let's build a list that matters. Look, if you take nothing else from this video, take this. You don't need more information, you need more implementation. You don't need the next book, you need to study the one you already have. So here's your assignment. Pick one idea, one paragraph, one concept you already know, and study it 5 times a day for the next 7 days. Not skim it, study it, devour it, make it a part of who you are, because that's how you go from stuck to scaling. Now, if you want to know the 5 books that actually built my 8-figure business and why they worked, I break down each one in this next video. Watch that now, and let's turn information into income. Hey, it's Arash, and I've got something for those of you who've been asking, Arash, how can you coach me? How can I work with you? How can I get closer to what you're doing? Whether you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, or just someone hungry, I want to help you. And here's how. There's a link below this video. I want you to click it right now. All I'm asking for is your name, your phone number, and one question. What do you really want? How do you really want to live? That's it. Fill it out, and you're giving me permission to personally reach out to you. When you do, I'm going to connect with you and create a game plan. Now listen, if you've been watching my content and you're ready for a breakthrough, or you're already winning big and you're just obsessed with getting better, going even further, I'm the coach. We're in a new era, and when you click that link, you're saying, Arash, I'm giving you permission to stretch me, to push me, to bring me upwards. And I promise you, if you're ready, this will change your life. So stop waiting, click the link, fill out the form, do it right now, and I'll be in touch.